Hi everybody, welcome to Reality Buzz TV. I do hope that you guys had a wonderful Sunday. Had a good one too. Anyway, you guys, let's talk about Isencane Lengane. This was episode 9 because you guys love it. Some of you love it. Some of you want us to talk about it so that you can just express express your frustration with the show. And I'm one of those people. I just watch it to be frustrated with the show. But there's something about me wanting to see what goes on with Utando. And because if you watched her from the beginning, you kind of feel like you want to see, where she ends up. Not so much of Usacela, because Usacela, guys, hi, yeah, so I think more than anything, I watch it for that because I would love to see where she ends up. Also, after last week's episode, honestly, for me, it's like now I have a different perspective on Thando being there, Gadlamoga. I do feel like right now she doesn't have a lot of options, Her mom is not an option for sure. If she had to leave Gadlamoga, it would be, where would she go and what would she do with her life? Because you guys, listen, the show is about Isencane Lengane. And Isencane Lengane is something that is said when people are getting married. So basically, it might as well have been Thando marries Siyacela, or Siyacela marries Uthando, or Thando and Siyacela's married life. That's what it's about. The show is about that. And if, for an example, they had to go their separate ways for whatever reason, it would be difficult to do the show. I mean, we know Moja Love can force things, but we know that it would be difficult to watch the show. And also it wouldn't get the same viewership because just people tune in to watch the disaster that is Siyacela. They tune in to watch the confusion that is Uthando. And then the rest of it is just the Dlamuka people talking things that don't make sense. Okay? So now that I know for sure that Thando is just as bad as Thando in terms of her being an opportunist and just wanting things from Thando and wanting money from Thando, now it's very clear to me that actually the best place right now for Thando to be, it is Gadlamoga. Judging from what we've seen, it is Gadlamoga. Because if she went in Abantu Tabete, her dad and her aunt Pinky, she would be used so much. She will be used so much there. If it's her mom, she would be used so much because last week we were watching her mom telling her that she needs to start taking care of his sister. By the way, you guys, what is this thing of black families insisting that it's people's responsibility to take care of their siblings? Because, hey, by the way, I need to review Themba's show. I think I've missed like 2-3 episodes. Themba, guys. Themba, my inked world. Themba. Well, I don't like Themba. Actually, I don't even understand why Themba got a reality show, by the way, you guys. I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. But we'll talk about it when we review his show. But when I was watching one episode, because I was catching up, I was behind. There's a scene where his younger sister is crying because Themba doesn't take care of her. Takes care of other people. Even the aunt then is like, no, you really need to take care of your sister. I'm not getting it, guys. It's a good thing when we can take care of our siblings when we want to. But nobody should be on national TV crying about, you not taking care of them. I don't know, guys. I don't get it. Hey, everyone. So I was like, it must be the thing. It is a thing. It is a thing, you guys, I guess, for certain black families that you are supposed to take care of your siblings. But I think for Themba, it's even, maybe I would understand because their mom passed away. They're feeling like you're the only one that is left now. You should take care of her. But with Uthando, her mom is alive and her mom was the one that says you need to take care of your sister. So what I'm saying, you guys, even though saying is that I feel like I'm watching the show with a different perspective, and because now I'm feeling like this is where Tando, this is like the best place Tando can be. Of course, she can always move on, and but it wouldn't be easy for her because where is she going to go? She's gonna go back to Enkandla where people are la ondla khona abantu and go back and live there. And imagine how it would be like now when she stays there. Everything would be expected to iphume kuThando. I feel like Adlamoga is like the best place. So you guys, when the episode starts, it starts with the crazy scene of Siyacela and Ngobani, one of Dlamoga's sons, and bafuna ukushaya umdu or something. Umdu is the one that is always drunk because they're saying ushimile, why, how come he hasn't taken a wife and all of that. He must not know how to shelter the woman and all that. And I'm like, guys, listen, of course, like if a person grows to a certain age, they are expected to bashade a lot of the times. But I'm just thinking, guys, I mean, if by the way, I have a brother, my one and only brother is Mdu, so hopefully he doesn't watch this video and think I'm talking about him. If Mdu was my brother, I would not be even asking him about taking a wife because I'll be thinking there's no woman who is going to want Mdu hleze idakelo nje. Every time, every scene that he is shooting udagiwe, he's always just looking forward to kanjani. He's like that type of a guy, okay? So I just wouldn't think that any of the family members of Adlamoga would be expecting that at some point Umdu would be taking a wife, okay? And they even said that he ends up buying from prostitutes and because he just ushimile, and I'm like, he can see what's listen, he would not be able to. I don't think anybody would want him to, but women, we have women that are so desperate out there. Maybe he would be able to find a wife. And apparently they've tried to find women for him, and it doesn't work out because maybe he really just doesn't want a good relationship. But anyway, that is the crazy scene. And they were saying that he buys from prostitutes. And I was like, oh, Lundi, kunama prostitutes. I was like, oh, Lundi. I'm just thinking it would be like back home. Well, the way sekuphithizela ngakhona manje emzinyathi mhlawumbe sekhona ama-prostitutes, I just don't know. But I'm just thinking emakhaya ikhulu esingayazi nje indaba yama-prostitute. So I guess maybe Olunde akhona, or he goes to town to buy, but he would rather buy than do some inappropriate things that other people do. So listen, I support him in making himself happy as long as he's not breaking any laws, okay? So I just didn't understand why they are pushing for him to take a wife. And then you guys, Ngobani no Siyacela. Ngobani seems to be shooting a lot, you guys. And I am hoping, against all odds, that Mojalav is actually paying the Dlamoga family. Whether they pay them based on, like, if you appear on an episode, they give you something or whatever. But I'm just hoping that they pay them. I hope that all of them understand that when they shoot the scene, they're at work. And if there is no promise of a salary, they don't do it. I hope they do that. Because right now, Dlamoga is gone, who was a breadwinner, and they need the money, And it looks like every time they're shooting now, they're shooting a Matrina Dlamoga, which is not a bad thing. But I'm just saying that I hope Mojalav is paying every single one of them. Every person that is making an appearance on TV, I hope they are getting a check for that. Because you can't go there and exploit people's lives, because who is no longer living. So I hope that they don't exploit everybody like that and then not pay people. I hope Mojalav is not doing that. I'm hoping against all odds that they are paying them. So when we shoot Bayeni and they start talking about how they want to take second wives, and I'm like, as if we haven't had enough ridiculousness. Now they want to take second wives. And Sacela was talking about things that you just don't want to hear, like on TV. But here we were listening to the nonsense. So they want to take second wives. They're saying that they umuzi mkhulu, there are houses in the yard that don't have people. It needs, because that's what a wife is for, guys. It's like when the house is empty, you just need to take your wife to clean the house. That's what we're here for in this world as women. To just go and be married so we can clean some dusty house. In Lendala. Ilinde wena ukuthi uzoyiclean, uzoshada wena ushadele ukuthi uyoclean that house, because that's what a woman is for. So you guys, listen, I guess they want to take second wives, both Ungqobani and Siyacela. I don't know, like the conversation about taking a second wife was so random. It has come up before during the show, but it also just it's almost like it always comes up when they don't know what to say on the show. When they don't know what scene to shoot, they will just start talking about taking a second wife. Now, they started talking to one of Dlamuka's wives, the youngest one, saying that they want to take the second wife. So he was like, listen, you guys, you have seen how his temple is like. Because I think even when Udlamuka passed away, she was the one that said, listen, Udlamuka hadn't even built me a house. I was still waiting on him building me a house. So she was saying, you guys saw, even when you temple. So, and the Beguliwa Ganjan, there was always fights. So, you saw it. You saw it didn't work. Why would you want it for yourselves? Okay, but I guess they still want it. And now in the diary session, Sacela nobody started talking about how the younger wives, what did they want from Ubablamuka, because I've always wondered, you guys, especially the young one, the mamngane, the one that is related to Tando, or was saying the one that was talking to them. I've always wondered, what she's so young for Ubablamuka. And then Usacela started talking about insurance, and I was like, hey, but there was no insurance. Ubablamuka did not have any insurance. And I was going to say about because people got paid. Anyway, I shame, guys, I don't want to say it, but Ubablamuka, yo, inganzake, idim jena mostly. Ngathi ungcono ngithi khona ulona Ungqobani, the one that was with uSiyacela. He has this Siyacela mentality, and then there is umntu ohleze idakelwe. There's the other one, kabubalo moya ongathi ungconywana, maybe because he lives in Durban, so he is like ngathi ungconywana kunalabanye unokukhuluma into enomqondanyana. Anyway, you guys, they end up calling Ubaba Mncane for a meeting because they want to tell him that they want to take second wives, but the wives don't want them to take second wives. Isn't it amazing, guys, how much Ubaba Mncane speaks like Udlamuka? If you look the other way and you listen to him, it's almost like Ubaba Udlamuka has risen from the dead. He speaks exactly like Udlamuka, his brother. So obviously the Ubaba Mncane is going to agree with them. They need to take the wives and Utando. They were called Utando and the other younger wife, Ungqobani, the wife Ungqobani, and they were saying no, they don't want them to take second wives. So, but Ungqobani's wife, I think because they just wanted to get out of the conversation, ended up saying, listen, your dad paid your lobola. Basically, Dlamuka paid all his sons lobola, baba lobolela bonke. So he says, since you never paid lobola for me, your father did. So I would like to see you pay lobola for me. If you did that, then I would allow you to take another wife. And he said he's going to do it. You're right. Who gets lobola twice? Then Utando and I was like, no. But if Usacela insists, then it's Kotemanigi, meaning that she will do the same way. So uyoti eyolobola enye intombi Usacela naye kuyobe kuyongena abakhongi bezomlobola, because obviously if she had to Ghana again, she will be lobolwadi kadlamuka. So that's what she's saying. And then at some point she says he might as well go and buy poison and kill me if he's going to take another wife. And then she said something important, Utana. She was like, listen, these people don't use condoms. So if a person wants a second wife, then I'm out of here, because why would I say yes to you bringing me diseases because they don't use condoms? It even made me wonder, you guys, if Tando has had to deal with sexually transmitted things. You know what I mean? Because she was like, yeah, that's what you're going to do. She is sure about the fact that Seqet doesn't use any condoms because maybe she has dealt with something. But yeah. Imagine ushada umuntu onjengosiyacela. Obviously, you have done a big favor for this person, and then on top of that, they bring ama-STDs nama-STIs to you. Ooh, guys, izimpilo zethu zi-easy. People are dealing out there. Anyway, you guys, I knew ukuthi ubamncane, obviously he's gonna be like, hayi vele kadlamuka isithembu, umkhulu wayenesithembu, nomkhulu kamkhulu wayenesithembu, so you guys have to say yes to isithembu. Omkhulu bomkhulu besebenza eGoli, manje senze njani-ke nathi? Sinisende to eGoli nani-ke manje? Uyosebenza eGoli-ke nani? Senze njani? Ogogo bese babevuka bahambe baye emasimini, but manje down here it's a neighbor. Mina ngizovuka ngekuphi ensimini? What I'm saying ukuthi khona izinto ezinga-apply in this life. You can't just say, long ago kwenzeka ukuthi, but now impilo is different, But Tando did mention something very important. I do like the fact that Tando is outspoken this season. But sometimes it's like, vele ukhulunywa ngaziwa, it's like, it's just keep frustration, really, you speaking up because they don't listen to you. It's one of those. But I like the fact that she still, Tando wants a house, and she wants a house of her own. And every opportunity she gets, she's going to express ukutufuna umuzi. And I think that's every woman's wish, ukuthi umuntu abe nomuzi. Sengishadile phela ke manje, where's my house? I think that's what she wants. And I like that she's voicing that out. Ukuthi yeah, ungamthatha kunkosikazi wakho, but I want a house, which is what she wants from uSacela. Honestly, you guys, after 6 seasons of Isencane Lengane, Tando should have 4 triple-story houses, But they still don't have a house of their own. I don't know what they do with the money. But obviously it doesn't go to them building a house. It goes somewhere else. But they should have a house already. But I do like the fact that she raises that because she does need to have her own house. If they can still stay somewhere, you guys, where it's just the 2 of them, of course you will still be going through the same struggles because it will still be Siyacela. But I think that it will be so much better for her because she would have a claim at least in that house. Because it doesn't belong to Siyacela, and it can never belong to Tando, And they're living in the house that was there when they got married, an old house. So anyway, listen, you guys. Part of me feels like Moja Love runs out of things when it comes to this show. So they will just randomly be like, do you want to do this? And then they start discussing it. And then it's discussed too long. The second wife thing was just talked about too long this episode. So that's why I always say this show is not well planned. And so sometimes it's just like, but here it is, you guys. In this episode, Siyacela wants a second wife. Ufuna yena ikhekhe eli fresh. Bazi bakhuluma ukuthi they will go to emhlangeni bayokhetha intombi. Imagine, you guys. uthi ubani ofuna ukukhethwa usiyacela emhlangeni. Anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about this episode in the comment section. Like the video before uphume, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginethanda kakhulu.